What drives a person to commit truly evil acts? Today, we're venturing into history's darkest corners to uncover the stories of its most infamous villains. But this isn't just a list of names. We're digging deeper to understand what fueled their actions. Are you ready to confront the monsters of the past? Let's start with one of the most infamous figures in history, Adolf Hitler. As the leader of Nazi Germany during World War II, Hitler was responsible for a war that cost tens of millions of lives, and for orchestrating the Holocaust, which led to the systematic murder of 6 million Jewish people. But here's something to consider. Hitler wasn't born evil. He was once a failed artist, deeply angry and humiliated after Germany's defeat in World War I. He exploited people's fear and frustration, promising to restore Germany's greatness. His rise is a chilling reminder of how dangerous a leader can become when they use hate to manipulate and control. Now let's travel even further back in time to meet Genghis Khan, the man who built the largest empire the world has ever seen, stretching from China to Europe. Genghis Khan was a military genius, but his conquests were unimaginably brutal. Entire cities were destroyed and millions of lives were lost to his campaigns. But here's the twist. In Mongolia, Genghis Khan is celebrated as a hero who united his people and lifted them out of poverty. His story shows us how history's villains can be seen very differently depending on where you stand. Let's fast forward to someone more recent, Osama bin Laden, the mastermind of the 9/11 attacks in 2001. Born into a wealthy family in Saudi Arabia, bin Laden grew increasingly convinced that Western influence was threatening his culture. He twisted religion to justify horrific violence, using his wealth and influence to spread fear across the globe. Bin Laden's story is a powerful reminder of how dangerous extreme ideologies can be when combined with resources and power. And now for the unexpected. Did you know that some of history's most notorious villains were also pretty strange? Take Idi Amin, the brutal dictator of Uganda who gave himself absurd titles like Lord of all the beasts of the earth and fishes of the sea, or the Roman Emperor Caligula, who once declared war on the ocean and had his soldiers attack the waves with swords. These bizarre quirks remind us that even history's most terrifying figures were still, in some ways, human, sometimes in very odd ways. So, what have we learned about evil? It's rarely simple. Many of history's villains started as ordinary people who made terrible choices, often using fear and lies to gain power. Understanding them doesn't excuse their actions. It helps us spot the warning signs before history repeats itself. Who do you find the most fascinating villain in history? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Past Detectives for more stories from the darker side of history.